Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to continuing coverage of the 2018 WyOpen. This is round 2, part 1 from the even less dry creek course in Cheyenne, Wyoming. This is Connor Mitz back again with you for round 2, and I'm here with Big Red.
What up, what
up? So here for the second round, we have Nate Metzler, who shot a 49 leading the card. I shot a 6 down 51. I'll be on card second. Mitch shot a 4 down. Tyler Liebman, another Colorado local, Fort Collins local, shot a 3 down. And David Stepp, an up-and-coming, I think he's 19 even, from Denver. He'll be bringing up the Bob's position on the box with a 2 down.
Well, we got hole 1 here with a 225-foot par 3.
Rain's coming down pretty significant at the beginning of this round for the first few holes. Fighting grip was a big thing that all of us were doing. Nate just put it a little low in that crosswind. I'm trying to keep the disc dry under my shirt. It didn't work too terribly well there.
The old tuckaroo.
Yeah, the old tuckaroo.
That didn't work.
I'm trying to aim right at Dale and get it to fade out.
But this is a tough hole since they did that clearing on the backside. You know, it's kind of, you don't have that backdrop.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to get toward the creek, and it's a lot easier to kind of get yourself an obstructed putt, where otherwise it a lot of times you just hit that backdrop of willows.
Yep. Fall down and give you an easy shot.
Yeah, so here's Mitch. He's throwing a gator, and that one is looking a little closer. I forget exactly how far out he was, but it wasn't a bad throw. Here is Tyler Liebman, Latitude 64 sponsored player.
Such a smooth throw.
I believe that's a Justice he's got.
A Justice?
Yeah.
Well, he's got the arm for that disc.
Definitely. And it's not too far of a hole. You
No.
can kind of throw a finesse shot without finessing it at all.
Yep. And this David Stepp kid, man, what a kid's got a gun on him is what I've heard.
Oh yeah, I've played with him a few different rounds this year, and he's got a lot of potential. Just left that one a little bit wide, kind of floating over toward Dale with a nice dodge. I think he kicked his foot up to avoid it.
That's all right. Dale's the G.
Mm-hmm. So here's Nate for his 2, and just left it a little low. Kind of a tailwind on this hole. The wind dropped between the first round and second round, but the rain also obviously picked up quite a bit. I think the wind just kind of dropped with the front finally moving through. But there's David just kind of pitching out. He didn't really have a lot. And this actually had a little bit of a look through those trees, as much as I didn't think it might when I first got up to it.
See, it almost looks like Sasquatch coming out.
Yeah, with the unshaved beard. I just left it a little low there. This is Tyler, similarly obstructed, but a little bit shorter, maybe 25 for his 2.
Just slim coming up short.
Just really slippery at that point. That's a great birdie for Mitch. It's the only one on the card, which we were joking about for quite a while after that.
Yeah. Well, and that's one of the shortest holes on the course. And it'll eat your lunch, if you're not careful.
Mm-hmm. With the way they've combined a few of the holes for this round, they've gotten rid of some birdie holes, and I think it makes it play a little bit harder.
This is one of those must-gets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And only one got it.
That's all right.
Well, that's golf. So Mitch got the only birdie on that hole. He'll take the box, and he gains a stroke on the card going into hole 2, which did not change from the first round. It's the exact same place it was, same kind of Anheuser over the trees there.
Nice.
Not quite in the longest pin over there. I can't blame him for not doing that because that really pulls hole 14, I believe's basket, right in the middle of the line. But a little bit of a puddle on this tee pad, but the rain did start dying as we got over here.
And Mitch with a textbook shot.
Yeah, we thought that was great off the tee. I think he's probably about 25 out, maybe a little left, but that's fine. He didn't put it in danger of hitting any of the trees ever.
And over the years, these trees along the creek have just gotten massive.
Mm-hmm.
I've been playing here for years and years, and I remember when they were knee high.
That's a great shot from Nate.
Oh yeah, nasty Nate he's got a crushing arm on him.
He does.
Real smooth throw.
He's been playing well this year too. He won the Bloom A tier about a month ago back in a playoff with Joe Revere. Anyone who's from Colorado or this area knows of Joe Revere, knows how big of a deal it is to play well against him. So
yeah,
shout out to Nate for winning that tournament. Yeah. Playing well so far here. That was me. Same Middle Flake MD3 as the first round. Just left it a little right, and I'll have a putt. I'll have a clean putt.
I don't even know what Slim's throwing. Something Lat 64 West Side or Dynamic, I guess.
Yeah, I want to say it's a Claymore, but I'm not 100% sure.
I've seen him throw the Claymores, but it's hard to tell. So much plastic out there.
Yeah, here's David. I want to say this is a mid-range. I'm not sure, though. It kind of looks like it could be a putter.
Yeah.
I didn't pay enough attention to what he was throwing during this round, but he's got the arm to reach this with the putter. I wouldn't be surprised if it's something just a little understable.
It looks like a putter.
Flying like one.
Yes,
just
sir.
faded out a little bit, but that's kind of the same thing, about a 40-foot, 50-foot clean look. And maybe a little shorter, maybe outside the circle. Here's Tyler, quite a bit outside. He got a less good kick than I thought, and that's just laying up for a 3.
Yeah.
No need to push it from that far.
Now what are you going to do? You going to run this?
I'm going to run this. This is only about 35, maybe 40. It's not that far outside the circle. So I'm definitely trying to give it a bid on a 2. And just left it a little high left.
Jeff side.
Am side, Jeff side.
Oh, that's right. Bam side. My bad.
Oh, here's David from a similar distance.
Except
And
he
that's
made
a
his
good
putt.
one.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Good basket on that one.
Yeah.
That's a good stroke to get. This isn't the easiest hole by any means.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
And with the combined holes, like I mentioned earlier, this round they did different combined holes in the first round. 5 to 6 and 15 to 16 took out arguably 4 birdie holes.
Yeah, that does. No
That's
nasty
a good birdie
Nate
for
with
Nate.
the birdie. All nonchalant, just walk up there and get your disc. Well,
he's earned that right by now.
I guess so. Yeah, he's got my respect. That's for sure.
There's Mitch for a birdie as well. So well played by the card on this hole. I think that's 3 birdies.
Yeah, it is. It is 3 birdies.
And Tyler and I should just tap in a par here, which we had the longer putts. I'm not incredibly mad about missing a 40-footer, but those are gettable. So
The disc
Tyler,
was wet. You know, I
yeah.
mean, the conditions. You know, you got to think about everything out there.
Yeah, I was struggling for grip a lot of the time. I don't know about the rest of the guys, but that's something I definitely need to work on going into the future.
And this here hole, 614 foot, very, very good par 4.
True par 4,
Yeah.
water in the way,
Oh,
trees
man.
in the way, slippery tee
Tough
pad.
tough hole.
I would almost rather had it be windy than slippery, but there's Mitch. I think that's that same ballista. I think that black one was a ballista. And he was throwing it a lot this weekend and getting great distance. And that's a little close to that really leafy tree in the middle of the fairway, but
Well, that's your 420 foot mark right there at that tree.
yeah.
So, you know, for a guy that has,
Nate slipped off the tee pad there a little bit.
yeah, he did.
But yeah, Mitch is a
And
Masters age
crush.
player playing up and open.
Yeah.
So
a
he's
guy-
definitely showing some of us younger guys how it's done.
Yeah. Well, you can learn a lot watching a feller like that.
Very true. Here's David.
What a smooth throw.
My
Really,
goodness.
really smooth.
He's got a heck of an arm.
Obviously. You know, like,
Oh no, but that's right in the middle of that tree that's 420 off.
yeah,
Off
that's
the
going to
tee
make
pad.
for a tough out.
And it's really never that bad of a drive when it goes into that tree. It's just misplaced slightly. That slipped out of my hand plenty early. But didn't leave me the worst lie. Anything really outside of those trees on this hole is all right. It's salvageable.
Yes, sir. As long as you can get 250 up the fairway, you can manage to get across.
Tyler looked like he really put that one on a high. So he'll be kind of playing with the left side of the fairway too. But that got out there as well. Cleared those 420-foot trees.
Yeah.
So here, the wind is blowing a little bit left to right. So I'm throwing that MD3 I threw on hole 2. But on a really big anhyzer, kind of up high, which almost worked. But you'll see here it kind of fades out a little bit short.
That's a heck of a commitment, though, to throw that big of a shot, you know.
Yeah, and it's still only about 40 out, so that's a look.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's a birdie look, you know, and, you know, it's a par 4.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a very justified par 4 because getting around where that basket's at is not that easy, which Mitch just made it look way too easy.
Mitch played that basically as good as you can without throwing one in.
That's OG status, Connor.
Mm-hmm.
That's OG.
There's David with kind of the same forehand Mitch had, but a little bit more obstructed, and that got caught in those trees short of the creek and did fall in.
Yeah, that will slow the guy down.
So Nate's going Spikeiser over these trees, trying to drop it right down on it, and he went quite a bit deeper than I think he originally thought he would. We all thought over where he was that he was maybe 20 feet out, and he was definitely outside the circle. So there's David just laying up, essentially. I think he actually gave that a little bit of a run, but
Kind of looked like he was
basically
running it.
just laying up for a 5. This is my look for a 3. and just didn't commit at all, and it squirted away on that really slippery grass for about a 15-foot comeback putt.
Those nose
Nothing
down
too
putts
bad.
don't fly real well.
No, and they do skip when they hit the ground. Tyler gets a great 3 there.
Yeah, he does.
Especially in these conditions, it's obviously still a little wet.
Drizzly,
The rain's
yes, sir.
coming down still. So that's a great kit.
Nasty Nate.
Oh, just a
man.
little low for his 3. This is David for, I believe, 5.
Yep, the
Is he
OB
winning the
stroke.
water?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, holes like that, you just shake off and go to the next one. And I'm sure this kid, he's going to have his ups and downs. But, I mean, from what I've heard and what I've seen, he's a heck of a player.
Yeah, he's got, like I said, a ton of potential.
Yeah.
I'm excited to
Keeps
see
his
where he
cool on the
comes up
course.
from. Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a good kid.
Yeah. Speaking of shaking it
Nice putt, Connor.
I knew I hit that one dead center out of my hand. It was perfect. Just a little low.
That a girl.
Just a little low from about 15 feet. But
Connor.
that's a sad bogey.
Yeah, well, get it out of the way now. Hopefully we don't see another one.
Yeah, exactly. Shake that one off, or at least try to. It's early in the round. There's time.
Yes, sir.
Still never fun to do that, but we've got a birdie hole next. This is hole 4.
I love this hole. Love this hole. 269 foot. Creek the whole way. And if you go a little too far left, you're up onto the sidewalk or over this big planter wall we have.
Mm-hmm.
And if you
man.
don't make it far enough, you go into the creek. So.
And Mitch hit the other side. Mitch did hit the side with the basket
which is
on
an
it before
easy,
he bounced
easy
out.
circle 3 for a guy of Mitch's stature.
Yeah, if he can get the grip right on his putter. Tyler looked like he put that one a little high, but it ended up being
short,
all right. Just
he's
a little
putting.
short.
That's in Slim's range right there.
Mm-hmm. It was a lot easier, I feel like, this round compared to last round because we didn't have that ripping right to left wind that was pushing them all way deep and long.
Yeah.
Here's Nate. I can't remember what he's throwing. I think it might be a verdict, but he put that one pretty darn close.
Hard
That's a
job.
great drive. We thought with the slippery grass it had a chance to flare in, but it just never did.
Wow, that kid is smooth.
It's a pleasure watching him throw, and
Whoa,
that
nice.
one we also
Yeah.
thought had a chance.
Yeah, I bet from the box it looked like that thing was going in.
That was beautiful.
Yeah. Hard to follow that up.
This is that Josiah Griffin signature MD4.
Oh,
You saw me throw
JoJo.
it a little bit.
A shout out to JoJo.
Yeah, he gave me that one, and I made him sign it. I think just kind of let that one float a little bit, but that's not a bad throw either.
No, that was a really nice shot, Connor.
Yeah, especially coming back off of that 5. I needed that. That's
See?
a great
What'd I tell you?
save.
What did I tell you?
Straddle putt, 30
Easy
feet
putt.
out.
Easy putt for a guy like Mitch. And he came prepared wearing all Patriot gear.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
I'm a Redskins fan. So, that's fine. And plus, I'm a Boston Red Sox and love the Bruins. I just don't like the Patriots, but I can't knock them. It's all New England. It's
Can't
fine.
knock him for making that putt either.
Yeah,
Tyler got his birdie there.
Yeah, old Slim. Yeah, you can count him in on them.
There's David for his 2. He'll get it as well. He's got a laser of a putt. When he's really focused and confident, he just slams it right in and doesn't really care.
Yes, sir.
And the rest of us should get birdies. It depends
I
on
don't know.
how
I
long
just
take
watched.
on
I
this
just
putt.
watched you dink one from about 3 foot back.
Yeah, well, this one's a little less dinkable.
All right, good. I'm glad. See, proud of you.
Yeah. Happy I didn't really have to putt on that one after that last drive, too. That was a lot easier.
Yeah.
Here's Nate coming up, still yet to throw his shot. I think he's dragging a retriever he used to get Mitch's disc out of the pond with. But
That's a nice
got an easy
gentleman
birdie.
right there.
always prepared.
Oh, yeah. That's good. That's good.
So far, Mitch is already 3 down. Nate and Tyler are 2 down. David is 1 down. And I'm still sitting on even, giving up a few strokes.
Now this hole.
This hole is a tough one.
Man, I'll tell you, the guys that created this hole, and I'm not going to name any names, but I have a couple choice words for them. Great hole. Great hole. This is a very, very fun hole. You mix, granted, these are 2 birdieable holes, but to join both of these together, it's ingenious.
And it's a fun smash off the tee.
Oh, man.
For the
Look
open level guys,
look
you
at the
feel like
risk
you
you
can
have.
get there.
That whole right side is nothing but OB and treachery. And the left side, I mean, it's wide open, but if you got a crush like these guys, some of these guys do.
Well, and today that left side was a huge swamp.
Oh,
Nate
I
ended
bet.
up
The
just
rain.
outside of the swamp, I believe. But here's Tyler, and he's gonna. I think he's hits
playing
that
in the
tree,
swamp.
and he is right in the swamp.
Yeah.
Not any. I don't feel like any of it was really bad enough to try to take a casual relief lie off of. There were some positions that you definitely want to take some, a few steps back from. But over there on the left side today, it wasn't as bad as it has been in the past. And David's kind of in that same grassy patch.
Yeah, he might even be just a little bit before, and if he is, it's still going to be moist over there. This whole area back here gets really saturated.
Yeah, but after the conditions earlier in the week, I was happy it at least wasn't underwater.
Well, a week before Tuesday before the tournament, we had flash floods here.
Mm-hmm.
And this whole course back here was all underwater. I was so surprised to see that this course was playable on Friday when I came out for doubles.
So I threw a C-line CD3 there and just didn't quite turn it enough, and Mitch committed to the turn on that ballista and is going to put it just a little off the fairway, but that's not a bad shot at all. So there's David's up shot. And this is that basket that's right next to the creek. It's maybe 8 feet behind it, so it's not the most comfortable layup.
No. Well, that from where you guys are throwing from, it is. That's considered kind of a, what everybody calls a death putt or a death shot. And, laying up in a tournament is smart. If I could see if a guy was 10 strokes out of the lead, and you're, gunning for something.
Speaking of gunning for something,
wow.
There's Liebman with an eagle. He threw a sidearm in from like 130 feet out.
Who's that guy? Jeez.
Slim's at it again.
Man.
That was a great shot. Mitch stayed in bounds there, so he should have an easy 3.
Oh, geez, Slim could have gone up and got his disc, though. That's why Mitch missed his throw.
Yeah, we'll blame it on that.
Yeah, I
believe Nate stayed safe there, too. They both got a little bit testy with the creek, but it didn't bite him.
And that's why they're professionals. That's the difference between
David.
Me and them guys.
Just off the top.
It happens.
It does. So this was a par 4, so that 3's a birdie. It kind of felt like half of a birdie. It is a 580-foot hole, give or take.
Yeah.
And the lone eagle was thrown in from a ways out. Tyler finally got his disc up for us.
Oh, that's good.
Walking off. We're just giving David a spot here, but he's got to tap in for what should be, I believe, a 5. Yeah, just a single bogey, so a 5 for David. But Nate and Mitch are both probably taking their meter away from the pond, or we meter away from the river, rather, and doing the same thing for a birdie.
Not too shabby.
No, not at all. And you really don't play for a 2 on this hole. If you get it, that's awesome. That's an incredible shot from Tyler.
Oh, yeah. But, it's luck of the draw on that one. That's just a heck of a shot.
Yeah, he was telling me when he hit it that if he missed it, he knew it was going OB, but he also knew he couldn't hit it, so it didn't really matter.
Hey, yep. In is in.
Mm-hmm. So hole 7, we're not doing the alternate tee pad from the parking lot this time, as you can see how muddy it was over there and swampy. We're doing the regular tee pad, so it's only 315, and the basket is still just behind that. I believe it's a cottonwood that Tyler threw at. And he's throwing a mid on this one. And that was a great throw.
Jeez, man.
That was a really, really good throw.
Yeah.
Any more fade and it might have been an ace run. So Nate's doing essentially the same thing, it looks like, with a mid-range. And that was tracking right at the bucket, but it hit that guardian tree, the one guardian tree.
And that one stops you.
And even though it's only, maybe 6 feet away from the basket, you have to do a hard right turn to get up to the bucket.
Yes, you do.
So this is the new FD2 that Discmania just came out with in the S-Line plastic. And I'm going to do basically the same thing Nate did and roll right next to him. That darn guardian tree.
I'm telling you, get you. It gets you. Let's see what Mitch can do.
He put that a little right. He's playing with that first tree on the right.
And he totally misses it and gets up there. And right there's not bad. You have a little bit of obstruction.
Yeah, it's a little low ceiling, but it's fairly wide open. It's coming back up the hill.
Yeah, a little uphill, about 3 foot uphill from where he's at, 4 foot.
Mm-hmm. Just going to have to deal with that tree. And David, it looked like maybe slipped on the tee a little bit in that water and got that tree that Mitch tried to play with. And so he'll just pitch up.
Get through there.
And there's that guardian tree again.
Yes, sir.
Here I am from maybe 25, 28 feet for a 2. Like I said, right next to Nate Metzler. And that one will go in.
Yay. Hey, that's a good putt.
Yeah, I needed one back, and very much happy to grab that one.
But you have to. Can't leave those laying around.
We said a little bit of an obstruction. Yeah, especially after missing that 15-footer I wanted.
The way that guy putts, I'm surprised Dale was fast enough to get this guy putting.
He's quick.
As fast as he walks up and throws, it's amazing.
Dale and Ryan did a good job.
Yeah, shout out to Dale Ryden and Ryan Higgins.
rather.
Yeah, not Wiggins. That's another guy.
That's a great putt from Nate, too. Dead center.
Jeez. Staring at the camera. Look at you.
Oh, I was trying to mess with Dale a little bit. It didn't work.
Can't mess with Dale.
No. Not when he's filming.
Guy's made a stone.
Here's David for a 3.
Man,
that.
pops it up there for a par.
And Liebman still hasn't thrown his birdie shot yet.
Man.
There he is.
Hey.
That should be pretty straightforward for Tyler.
Yeah, that's kind of a gimme for that fella.
And the sun started coming out right as he made that putt.
Let's see.
And so it just got humid instead of...
Sunshine Slim brought out the good times.
On to hole 8. This was the same as the first round as well. Still kind of hidden back in that cove of trees with all of that casual water down to the right. That rain replenished a little bit of that mud.
A little bit of dry... we call that Dry Creek Pond.
Mm-hmm.
And it is all casual. But the big hyzer bomb, which a lot of these guys throw, is usually the best shot because you miss all the good stuff.
Yeah, that's the danger. If you just put that hyzer a little short, it'll come up into those trees and really give you nothing for your 2.
And Nate crushing one out. Looked like he had a little foot slip there.
There's a little bit of paint on that tee pad.
That does make it slick.
That sidewalk is in bounds. There's a place where it cuts off and is out of bounds, but that one is in.
Yeah.
But no, you can see that paint on the tee pad, and it does, when it gets wet, make it quite a bit slicker than it usually is. So I tried to avoid it, and threw the same disc I threw the first round, which was a PD2, and had a similar result. Right about in the same place in that casual water. That's Mitch with a Ballista Pro. He threw that Ballista Pro a lot this weekend.
Yeah.
And that was looking great, and it just got caught in that same tree Tyler hit.
And you might get lucky, and there's a few windows in there to put in those bushes. So
yeah, it's been cleared out a little bit recently.
Man,
that's a crush.
That kid's got a whooping arm on him. Jeez Louise, what a shot!
And that's still a little bit in that water, but he'll have a 50-footer.
Nasty Nate for a
bid
to get up on the green.
Just catches the one guardian tree short, and it keeps him about circle's edge.
Yeah.
That'll happen. Tyler's just trying to get out of here, and we thought he was going to make it from the side, but it was just a little right. Still a good job getting out of that trouble, though.
Well, when you got 7-foot-long arm span, then it's not too hard to get out of a 12-foot hole.
Makes it look easier than it might be.
Yeah.
And here's David with a step putt.
A little short.
Yeah.
A little short.
And I actually was able to take my lie where it was on this one. It wasn't as much muck. A little bit of water in the shoes, but it wasn't too bad. Tried to give it a run, but that didn't quite fall enough. So there's Nate. He's trying to save a 3 here. A little bit squishy on the footing, but
I'm sure he took it right where it was.
Yeah, he did. Oh, and he put that one low.
You could hear him right as it left his hand.
Yeah, he wasn't happy about it.
He was not happy about that. Knew it wasn't going in.
Tyler's just happening par here. And the rest of us should just happen whatever we have. David has a par. Mitch should get that one pretty easily. And that is a par for me as well.
Oh, that's good.
Even if it takes a minute to get to it.
Well, you aren't known for your speedy putts.
No, sir. I'm not.
We've played a lot of rounds together, my friend, and
I've gotten better.
Yeah, sure.
Don't take as long.
I'm telling you.
It's only 20 seconds instead of 30.
Or 50 or 2 minutes.
Or however long it is.
We're not talking about you. We're talking about hole 9, Connor.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 255-foot par 3 that will eat your lunch. And I've seen it eat your lunch, Connor.
Oh, man, it has.
Yes. Those trees in the middle are like kryptonite to a lot of guys.
Yeah, and it's really odd because you have to throw a flex over them or a sidearm like Tyler's doing.
Yep.
That'll work just fine and get you in the fairway.
Yeah. But see, then he's obstructed by that little Russian olive. You got to be careful with that.
And this is another one of those places they've trimmed up some of the trees. And so deep on this hole is now a lot easier to get to the creek on, and that is not turned over near enough.
No.
Not at all.
But that's a floater.
That's right into those willows.
Yeah. Well, did you find my KC Pro rock that was back there, Connor?
You know, I didn't. I did barely find my disc, though.
Okay, 'cause I lost that a while ago.
Speaking of those trees right in front of the line there, Mitch grabbed the tops of them and just knocked him straight down. And that's an easy mistake to make. The wind wasn't blowing near as hard, but it was still a little bit right to left, and if you didn't turn it over, it would knock it down right into or you didn't get it high enough, rather, to knock it right down. And David got an all-right kick off that. It'll leave an open putt.
Hey, that's a nice shot. You know, you can't, I mean, aside from being right next to the basket, couldn't ask for more.
There's Nate with a thumber.
Nasty Nate with a nasty thumber.
And he'll have an obstructed putt, but he's inside the circle.
Yeah.
Which, on this hole, you usually have some sort of obstruction on your putt. That's a good sidearm out.
As I was telling you before, Mitch was a heck of a technician in his, your technical game, and that just proved it.
Yeah, he's great at scrambling. That was an ugly little forehand, but it got me up to putting.
There.
Maybe 20 feet out with a weird little putt, but
hey, ugly ducks fly too, Connor.
It's a look, yeah. That one, that one quacked its way up there a little.
Boy,
bit.
howdy! Oh, Dave, come on,
just a little low, and you could see he didn't quite throw it as hard. It wasn't as much of a laser as when he seems to be really on it. So Tyler's got a window through those trees there. He's trying to hit right there, and yeah, even he had to stretch out all the way for that one.
That's some stretching.
Yeah, so Nate snuck all the way through there into those willows and almost OB.
Man, yeah, the OB is about 3 foot behind him.
If that. He did stay safe. Me and him were right about where each other were.
Oh!
That tree was dead center where his line to the basket was.
Bitten by the bark.
Absolutely center.
Yeah, it's tough.
So I'm trying to go between a couple trees here. It doesn't really show, but snuck it in for a par, which
that's it.
From that willow jail over there to the left.
Hey, 3 is good.
I'm not super disappointed with it.
Nate taps in his par on top of yours and let him get out of the way and let Mitch carry on.
Got a par there.
Mitch makes his par.
Good enough.
We'll see.
David and Tyler should just be tapping in.
Yeah.
The wind isn't blowing strong enough to blow those backwards in anymore.
No.
It calmed down a ton. It definitely brought the humidity up and made grip a little bit of an issue, but
yeah, that humidity, especially right beside that creek and all that tall grass everywhere. Oh man!
All right, so hole 9's a star par. What do they call it? Barbecue.
Yeah, barbecue.
Yeah, good old barbecue on hole 9 there, which you really want to birdie it.
Yeah, it's just like this hole. You really want to birdie this one.
Yeah,
but this hole being the most wide open hole we got is probably one of the most deceiving holes you'll ever throw.
Yeah, there's literally nothing in the way, but the basket is just over the edge of a very slight hill.
Slight hill.
So you can see the top of the basket, and you always feel like right as you clear the hill, you're right on the basket. But the basket's 30 feet past the crest of the hill.
Exactly. Like Tyler just displayed. It's a shot that you think, like that shot, the one you're throwing right there looks beautiful.
But it's going...
And then it's deep.
Pretty well deep, yeah.
But that's, that's right outside circle 1.
Yeah, maybe about 30.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Don't get your tape out, bud.
Yeah. There's Mitch. He looked like he was ace running.
Yeah.
And not an ace run, but it's the next best thing.
This is Mr. David Stepp. Let's see what he pulls out here.
Probably going with what most of us were doing, which is kind of a slower, overstable mid or putter. And
what a beautiful shot by David.
That is parked. That's a great throw.
And he's smooth. That kid is smooth.
Super smooth.
Yeah,
he earned his spot on top card. Especially playing the way he did in that wind. The first round wasn't super easy with the wind. I personally think the conditions were a little easier this second round.
Yeah.
Even though it was quite a bit wetter. But, those rounds weren't that differently rated. So it was still playing tricky with the way they combined the holes.
Well, you guys are just getting ready for Pine Bluffs on the following day.
Oh, boy.
Better save your energy.
Yeah, one round out here was windy, one round out here was wet. And the round at Pine was wet and windy.
Well, what a mixture.
So it was good practice. This is for 2 for me. Just a little bit uphill, not too uphill. And that skips right off the top and goes maybe 15, 20 past. So I have that to say with 3. That's Nate.
And Nate
that's a
cashes
good 2.
That birdie. No fear.
Yeah, this and 1 really feel like the 2 must gets on the course.
Yeah,
Some of the others are tricky with the basket placement next to the creek and whatever, but this 1 and 1 is about as short as the holes will get without having danger within the circle.
Well, the only dangerous thing you have on this hole is a heck of a rollaway.
Yeah, and it can happen.
Especially right after it's mowed.
Yeah.
I've seen some pretty nasty rollaways.
Yeah, speaking of which, I was too worried about the rollaway and put it low anyway, so I'll be getting a 4 on this hole, which really feels terrible.
Yeah, I can't blame you. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
Especially
that's still
on
under
the-
par on the round, but it's not great. Mitch got a birdie. I think maybe everyone else got a birdie on this hole. Oh, wait, no, Tyler did par it. Still, losing 2 strokes on the card isn't great, but that puts Mitch having a great round at 6 down. Tyler's only 1 behind him, and Nate's only 1 behind him so far, with David and I only at 1 down for the round. So those 3 are putting a little bit of an advantage on the rest of the card here and
Yes, sir.
really starting to pull away.
Well, that wraps up our first 10 holes. Or wait, no.
First 9 holes
First 9
combined, yeah.
That's right.
We got in that trouble last video
Well,
with the different numbers of holes, but
My
yes,
bad.
sir. That is all for the first half of this second round. Come back and see us for the second half soon.